Oh, that's how I would
Start off in the traditional fashion.
There's a lot of work.
So, Dom.
Yes.
What have you watched lately?
I didn't know what the name of the show now.
Double Decker.
Double Decker. And I think it's like Doug and Kirill. Kirill? Is that the guy's name? Yeah. There's like a prefix, or the prefix Apex, is it? There's
Prefix is before Apex. Not Apex.
Apex is a corner.
Suffix.
Suffix, there we go. We do English here. Anyway.
We made the language, whatever we say it is.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I did watch it. And I thought it was alright. There's only 3 episodes though, so you haven't watched the entire show. And yeah, I thought it was alright. See you later.
Sad.
Okay. Okay, so sum it up. It's basically a special police department. What? Dark food's in my moustache, sorry. There's a special police department called the 7-0 instead of 5-0. Woohoo, bloody hell, out there with that, aren't they? But it's called the 7-0, and they go after people who are trying to have a good time on drugs, and they don't like that.
So you're a very pro-drug person.
For weed, I don't see why weed's illegal. Heroin, yeah, I don't think you can make that legal.
You said the drugs in this aren't really drugs as we understand them, are they?
No, so they go after basically one specific drug called Anthem, which it should be called Darwin's Theory of Evolution, because it makes when they go into overdrive, as it's called, they effectively evolve better characteristics. Like, obviously there's a massive come down, but I can't understand why a scientist hasn't got Anthem and you tried to use it for good in medicine rather than just go it's an illegal drug. But yeah, so they chase these people, and it's basically the 7-0 who are a group of detectives. Well, I'll name you some of the characters soon. You follow a kid called Kirill, or a man, sorry, I should say, who's a fucking idiot, by the way. Like, that's his character dynamic. He's thick as pig shit. And then he gets into the 7-0 because he doesn't start in the 7-0. He's just in the regular police doing a bad job, and then he gets into the 7-0 rather than sacked. Because we know that's how it really works.
You fail upwards.
You fail upwards. You do something shit or illegal, borderline illegal, because he was off duty when he got involved. Well, isn't that not illegal? And then you get into the 7-0.
I mean, I don't know.
Because he's a loose cannon. No. But yeah, so he gets into the 7-0 and they track down people who use Anthem, and Anthem basically has 3 phases. So, well, when it says 3 phases, there's 3 phases for the detectives when it comes to Anthem users. Phase 1 is suspected use. So you get stop and search here if you're bitten, and then they pull out your Anthem and say, you're coming with me, sir. Phase 2, where they know that they're using it, and that's the only time the 7-0 can actually get involved. Can't get involved otherwise. And the third phase, which is overdrive, which is effectively where evolution goes through the fucking roof. Like, one of the first guys you see on Anthem can literally change his body mass at will, and he's jumping around like, I don't know, Catwoman. Like, he's just jumping from pillar to pillar. Like, he shrinks down, this dude. This is how powerful this drug is. He shrinks down and then fucking basically moves faster than the eye can see. And you're like, that's the drug. Because I'm thinking, if that's the drug, I'm thinking maybe I want to try a bit of that.
So they develop superpowers?
Effectively, when they go into overdrive, yeah, they develop superpowers. Like, he does like the All Might arm. You know, like All Might only has one arm when he loses to... When he beats War for One.
Yeah.
It's sort of that.
So... This is a shonen, yeah? Like a...
I don't know what that means.
That's the genre. Kind of, shonen means young man. So action, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece...
Yeah,
My
sure,
Hero,
yeah, why not?
You know, yeah. Is it breaking new ground, or is it kind of just...
Oh, no. No.
A lot of tropes, then.
No, the only thing they do is sort of... I mean, at one point in the first episode, he literally says, this is my story of how I became a hero, and I was like... heard that one before. But then luckily what they do, which is different to My Hero, is the narrator cuts in and goes, no, it's not. It's nothing to do with it. This guy's an idiot. This is about detectives who put their life on the line to stop Anthem. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's like, sorry about that. Yeah, I liked it. Because the narrator and the show is fourth wall breaking a lot in the comedy. Like, is when he fucks up the first... Because basically in the first fight with Anthem, he leaves his post to go see what happened,
right?
Which he wasn't supposed to do, because he was supposed to, as his police detective, chief constable, whatever he's called, said, is you're supposed to have stopped people from getting near the area, not gone look at it yourself. And then he says you're going to get fired, and then the guy like looks at the camera and goes, no way, like something like as in like fourth wall break. So they do break fourth wall. It's quite comedic.
Have you seen Deadpool?
Yeah, I don't actually like Deadpool that much.
How similar is that fourth wall break style?
Yeah, basically like that.
Okay, so it uses that
It's
style
like that,
of
but
humour.
a better character than Deadpool,
Alright, cool, man.
which is not hard to do in my opinion.
What,
Not having go Ryan Reynolds, by the way. I go Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is a good actor in my opinion. Is Ryan Reynolds who plays him?
Yeah.
It is.
In fact, they've started to draw Deadpool to look like... Well, Ryan Reynolds already kind of looked like Deadpool if you're going, but now they've started to draw him to actually look like Deadpool. For Deadpool to actually look like Ryan Reynolds. As much as you can when you look like a burnt kind of pizza.
Why? What's that character development for Deadpool in the comic? He now looks like a burnt Ryan Reynolds. That's not character development.
Actually, before Ryan Reynolds started playing Deadpool, when someone asked Deadpool in the comics to describe himself, I think the line is something like somewhere between Ryan Reynolds and a burn victim.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Somewhere between Ryan Reynolds. Everyone looked at him and went, and who the fuck is that?
He's Ryan Reynolds' alternate personality who just loves vinyl records. Ryan Reynolds. Alright, so using that kind of style, do they do anything with it apart from just like, is it just for like the comedy?
Yeah, it's just comedy basically. Like.
Yeah. What so far has stood out? Has anything kind of like got under your skin there?
As far as watching it, it's an easy show to watch because it's not like rocket science. Well, we're going to talk about the one mystery that gets solved very early on for no good reason that I can think of, unless they're generally going to change the face of the dude or whatever. But it's very much what you'd expect. It's basically two cops. One's an incompetent idiot, which is Kirill, which is the main character, and should not be anywhere near 7-0, but, you know, that's how it works. The other's Doug Billingham, who's like, you know, almost like, what's his name, Columbo sort of thing, for the ability to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
You know, he's actually a detective and does his job properly, unlike the
is
other
he
guy
just a really good detective, or is he verging on that kind of Sherlock Holmesian, like, super powered-esque?
They don't say he's super powered, but he is very, you know, they do that thing where, oh, look at all the things you didn't catch. And I'm like, because you didn't draw them like that the first time. That's fucking why. But okay, you didn't catch, but Doug caught it because he's an amazing detective. And he's very serious and doesn't show a lot of emotion. So he's basically the opposite of... It's kind of like Laurel and Hardy.
Right.
Or something like that, you know. A comedy duo where one's serious and the other's not. Penn and Teller, maybe, just without the magic tricks.
Almost any buddy cop movie ever.
They actually, yeah. Who else is it? There's his boss in the 7-0 is Travis, who literally they have a dialogue where he says, he hires him, then he says, I've got to get rid of you because there was only supposed to be one new detective, and that was Catherine, who was actually supposed to get the job and not just had a good word put in by Doug because something happened in the show. And then Kirill takes that as, oh, this is a challenge. I tell you what, you give me 1 week, and then as Kirill ends like with the 1 week, and if I solve something good, then you've got to keep me. Kirill even like fourth wall breaks, and now how to get. And Kirill instantly thought about something along the lines of that. As he said that, there's no way he's going to agree to that. And then he goes, oh, but Travis is an idiot too. So he like goes, yes, of course. Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot. So it's just two idiots talking to each other. I mean, now Travis is in charge. Once again, I don't know, but actually...
Failing upwards in this world is clearly the way it works.
Yeah. Got some nice set pieces. Like the industrial set piece in the third one, where like you had to travel like gondoliers and stuff.
Okay.
That was quite cool. It's sort of like steampunk-esque. Like one of the scenes, anime always have them cutaway scenes of we're padding the episode here. This had nothing to do with it, and one of it is just kids playing football in the street. They've got like giant, like imagine like Victorian style industry with the giant cogs, but obviously they've all been shanked down now. They're actually coming out the pavement, sort of thing, and like the pipes on the walls of the houses are really big, so it's sort of like steampunky-esque.
Kind of reminds.
Oh, and they drive on the left, which I was like, that could be an odd thing, and I don't really know why, but
maybe there's like 3 other countries that do it as well.
Oh, I can't think of any other one but us.
It sounds like aesthetically it's similar to that game, the one where you wear the mask and have the superpowers and you can like blink around.
Oh, Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like that actually. Yeah, that's quite a good reference.
Something stuck out to you in the opening, didn't it?
Well, what we'll do before we get onto that, because that is a part that grinds my gears a bit. I'll have a quick look at my sheet. I drive a DeLorean looking car for no reason besides when people can go, that looks like a DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And it can transform. So let's think. Okay, so basically, let's explain how Kirill actually gets into the Seven House. So on the first or second episode, he gets sent after. So he rents this box room apartment off this old lady, and she basically tells him to go find a cat. He's like, I'm not the police. He tells the police to do it. She's like, you are the police. He's like, I'm off duty. And then, lo and behold, chasing this cat to the cat's kittens, he falls asleep, and the factory that he's one illegally entered, by the way, as a policeman, and two is now sleeping in, gets attacked by some bad guy who had a name that referenced the fact that he had an arm that he could switch guns out on, which had nothing to do with Anthem, but, you know, he wasn't deadly enough apparently on Anthem. There's also like a dude who no one gives a shit about, but he's like the best cop at his current precinct. And he's like been shot and wounded. The guy's got a hostage. And Doug shows up to show it, because obviously the guy's used his Anthem, but he's not sure yet. Gets stuck in a pipe that he can't get out of, but he can go back down in. And he gets killed to make a distraction, where his distraction is to jump down naked and say, I'm a time traveller. So let's see what films we've got referenced here. Back to the Future, Terminator, Bad Boys 2, any cop show. But like, yeah, so references are flying thick and fast. I mean, to be honest, most people watching, I don't think would get that. If they're younger than me. Like, most people probably haven't seen Terminator 2 if they're like 13.
Maybe. I think...
Or Terminator 1, sorry, I should probably say.
I think the average audience for anime is getting older. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people like us who started watching DBZ, kind of get back.
Yeah, but you have way more better shows now to get into anime. You know, not poorly written ones. With only two good bad guys, a third bad guy who's alright, and then just flies off the rails with a shit movie and an even shitter comeback. The shit movie was the live action, by the way. Then there was the other shit movie, which I now just which I try and always expunge from my mind. And then there's now Dragon Ball Super, which is the biggest load of shit I've ever seen. But enough about DBZ.
Our videos just have a common thread of you shitting on DBZ all the way through.
We saw Battle of the Gods. People said Dragon Ball Z was back. I was like, that wasn't as good as the Boo Saga. And everyone says the Boo Saga sucked. I liked it. Because I liked Boo as a bad guy. I thought it was quite... He didn't have much personality, but I liked his malicious intent. Because I'm pretty sure at one point Boo just blows the planet up.
Kid
like,
Boo.
yeah, Kid Boo doesn't fuck about. Like, every other guy has got to monologue their plans. Kid Boo's just like, nah, fuck you, motherfuckers. But yeah, so anyway, enough about Dragon Ball Z. Back to Double Decker. And it's called Double Decker because of a buddy system, but that means nothing. Because how many detective shows have you watched where the guy acts independently?
Almost none. In fact, the buddy cop...
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure when they go, Detective, we have suspicions of murderers in this warehouse. Go by yourself, but take a cell phone so you have time to ring as they slit your neck. You know? Can't you have a buddy system that sends someone off to that? There is one good part of the show where there's a prison break. Because I wanted to get Prison Break, the show, referenced as well. Possibly. But there's Prison Break, and like they find these three dudes, and one's like a murderer, one's a theft, something. They didn't put paedophilia in, as I remember. I think one might have been a rapist, but I can't remember. And Doug specifically states, we're leaving, and Kill's like, why? When that's not up to us, that's the police who deal with that, we deal with Anthem. I was like, that's quite good. Because they could have had, like, busting in. It's like, but that's not their job. They're a division specifically designed for Anthem. At least Doug remembers that, because Kirill doesn't remember anything. Because all Kirill does is he stole, like, the gun. I haven't referenced this, but basically to beat Anthem, is something going on in the background.
No, that's fine.
No. But to beat Anthem, they make a special, like, bullet out of these 5 chemicals, and it pops out, and then you shoot them with them, and it counteracts Anthem. And they specifically state the gun, the basic one is like a pistol, but we can modify into anything you want. But you start off with a pistol because they're very powerful. And Kirill takes this gun, shoots it at the shooting range, smashes it into a wall, and then runs off with it. And when they're supposed to be investigating a factory is outside with a massive fuck off sniper rifle, just in an alley where anyone could have just walked past and be like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure it's not a gun-holding society. They made a point of everyone's carrying guns, like in Black Lagoon or something. But it's just like, that's a bit abnormal. Oh, we're the police. Very professional there, boys. But, you know, that sort of kills character, completely shitting all over any sort of police professionality as soon as he gets any chance. And, yeah, so Doug puts in a word, was I think where we were going before we got on DBZ, and that's how he gets into the 7-0. And now that I'm saying it, I don't know why I watched this fucking channel.
Yeah, when you initially started talking, you said, oh yeah, it's pretty good, and the more you've kind of thought about it, you seem to be getting more and more.
Well, I think when I watched it, well, DBZ always manages to get the blood boiling. It's just the fan base of it's amazing. Like, if you like it, fair enough. Because if you truly like something, my opinion on it won't change that. Because if it does, then it's clearly not, you don't like it as much as you think. But I don't know, I genuinely remember enjoying watching it, and I wasn't even drinking. It wasn't like I was pissed. I was going, this is really good, pissed. I was like, I genuinely remember thinking, this is quite funny. I suppose it's maybe the comedy, because I can't really get the comedy across to you guys, because with comedy it's all about delivery and that, and they do get it across.
And that might explain its slightly lower rating, because comedy
is very subjective, yeah.
What is one of the few things that does...
Okay, the biggest thing that pisses me the fuck off, and it's so... I don't get this in the slightest. I cannot understand this. It's one of the reasons why I went to myself, I'm going to skip the opening. And I didn't. Because I like, no, I'll watch it, because I usually always make a point of watching it once and then skip it every other time. So it's like, it's not changing. And unless it's watching One Punch Man, the opening, where the best villain in it is a star with an angry face and a tiny knife. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Unless it's that where I see it every time. It's like, that guy, man, what a bad guy. Just a star with a really small angry face and a knife. Oh, that's a good opening. But like, besides, unless there's something like that in it, I don't usually watch them because it's the same old stuff. But the guy who's so at the moment, normal people have sort of been pushing it. Besides from, I suppose, the guy with an arm and a gun, like he was generally a bit of a bad guy. But so there's like this scene basically where this guy shows up in the end, and it's like basically they're making it in a factory and the union reps in on it too, sort of thing, and it's all a big conspiracy to sell Anthem. They get busted because the detectives use their amazing initiative to figure it out, sort of thing. And they were making it under this like conveyor belt in the factory. And the Bamboo Man shows up, and the Bamboo Man, who have been sent out to try and find, is a man who wears a bag on his head and has red jewelled teeth, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, because they say jewelled, but it looks more like he's been punched in the mouth and his teeth are bleeding to me, but
they're dyed, man.
They're dyed red or whatever, but they're quite an obvious thing, because they even go, well, with that sort of trait, we can possibly track him down. Good thinking, detective. The problem is all they need to do is go on YouTube and watch the opening of their own show, and you see the guy's face in the end of the opening where they're shooting at him, and it's obviously fucking him. I just showed it to you, didn't I?
It's not subtle.
Yeah,
it's not like
imagine him with a bag on his head and those teeth, and then he's wearing exactly the same fucking clothes. Like, I don't get this. You make it so the bad guy wears a bag on his head to keep himself secretive, but we'll just show you who he is anyway. I think you said it, to be fair. And if they had done it where he shows up and takes the bag instantly off, because then the bag doesn't become sort of a thing that he does. Like, because it doesn't matter then, does it? But the fact that he keeps it on and he's like, bad guys at monologue sometimes, it's just like, get the fuck on with it. I think it's the best thing in Black Lagoon, where that guy's like, this is the Gold Luger Supreme, and where he just reloads and just shoots him and goes, can't you see I wasn't even listening? Are you trying to sell me the gun? Like, it's great because it breaks that, monologue bollocks that I don't get what people do. It's like James Bond all day, every day.
My favourite one of that is The Incredibles. It's like, you slide up, you caught me monologue.
Well, you just shoot. I don't get with James Bond, like, the amount of times when the bad guy tries to kill him in some ridiculously over-elaborate way when you could have just shot him in the face. It sort of ruins James Bond a little bit for me, because it's just like, he could have died there, he could have died there, he should have died there, but no, we have to kill him by locking him in a car and pushing it into a lake. Why don't you shoot him and throw the body in the lake? It's quicker, you know.
Scott Evil.
Yeah.
I've got to go to my room. Let's just shoot him right now.
You know, but it's sort of like that. But he's monologuing with the bag on his head, so they don't know who he is. But then why show you his face later on? It would have been, to me, it would have been quite a good thing to maybe drop a few hints of maybe you've seen him where, like, I mean, this is a silly example, but as a nurse or something with his face covered or something, so you don't see the teeth. But drop a few hints of, and then, you know, you could have that moment where the audience get to go, I either got it or I didn't, sort of thing. Not you're stupid if you didn't get it, because obviously with some stuff, I think Yahtzee references like old point-and-click adventure games. He's like, if you try and get something off the top shelf, you had to get an onion, a fork, a rope, and a cubic, because anything else would have the guy fold its arms and call you a stupid prick, because there's no logic to get something off the top shelf, but it's like that. Like some things when the logic's so obscure, it's not good, but they could have. I just don't get why they showed him. It just makes no sense.
Openings are a bit notorious though for ruining and spoiling bits of upcoming shows. I mean, they're basically trailers, aren't they, at the beginning of the show?
No, but don't show us the mind back. He could have literally been in the opening with a bag on his head. That's how simple that could have been. To go, oh, that's the Bamboo Man. Oh, the bad guy, but we don't know who he is. Oh, a bit of mystery and intrigue in a detective show. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? No, take that off. Because it's literally going to be now. They can't even, in my opinion now, have a scene where you sort of see him with his mouth cut up. Because unless he's going to, like, makeup or something to make himself look completely different, you're going to go, that's the dude from the opening, that's him, but they don't know that. It's like playing D&D. Where you go, I know that, but my character doesn't know that. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that. It's like, the characters don't know that that's the dude, but I do. And it's just like, well, fucking arrest that dude. You know? That's all he's going to be like, why arrest him? Arrest him. Go on YouTube, watch the opening, arrest him. That's him. That's Bamboo Man. You know, I don't get it. Also, to give him such a defining feature of red teeth, and then the bag to show his teeth. Like, it's the only way we can figure it out. It's like that. I just think they could have done a better reveal with that than the opening trailer.
Yeah, I think it's an unfortunate.
It's a cock up.
Yeah, it's
a mistake. Some people might say.
It's the practice of all trailers, but especially the openings. It's to tease and to make metaphors.
Yeah, but watch One Punch Man's opening. How many people in One Punch Man opening does he actually fight?
Yeah,
none. He's one shotting motherfuckers that you've never seen. It's like good because you don't want that.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been a bit shit if you see him fight this alien dude with one eye for 20 seconds and he obviously gets a bit more time in the opening than the rest. He'd be like, ooh, an alien ship shown up. There's a man sitting there. It seems to have one eye. Well, we know that's the dude from the opening because they couldn't figure out how to make and draw any other character but characters in the show. You know, because like Starman with angry face and a knife is not in One Punch Man. I wish it was. I wish it was.
It might be the main bad guy, don't you know?
I hope so. If it was, God, I'd be so good.
Genis reveals himself as the giant star.
Because it's a star. That's why he's got like a shooting rainbow like coming out the right of him. He's just got a knife and he's got like a human hand. It's so stupid.
So, Double Decker, worth a watch?
I'll probably watch a bit more of it, to be fair. But
that's pretty much as good
I think
as it
that's
gets,
just pretty
isn't
much as good as it gets. I mean, the thing is, I gotta say, I was thinking about this before we did this. I was thinking, I'm trying to think of a show after One Punch Man that I generally went, that's memorable. I can't wait for more of that.
it? For me, it's My Hero.
Yeah, I suppose My Hero, but I've still got bored of it in the end. Like, I got up to, like, I think the start of season 3, is it? Where they go camping. Not camping, like on a training trip in the woods. I've seen some of the fights where it's Kobe. Boko's sort of gone Attack on Titan for me. Like, I've just lost that interest in it. Attack on Titan, it was more its own fault because it did start getting a bit stuffy. And, like the part in the manga where it's just political play between the Survey Corps and the military police, I was like, there's supposed to be giant people in this eating people. What's the new bad guy? A guy who trained Levi with guns. Ooh, fucking Christ. Where's the fucking next Super Titan thing? Where's the next Super Titan? I don't care about that dude. I don't care about Levi's backstory. Do that in something else. 5 minutes. What happened? He grew up in a wolf. Done. That's all you need. in my opinion. Some people might change that because I like Levi a lot. I want to see more Levi. I only want to see him fighting.
So, in conclusion, Double Decker good, Attack on Titan bad.
No, the first season of Attack on Titan I generally enjoyed. The second season, did I watch it? I didn't. I actually haven't watched it after the first season because I just can't be bothered. I read the manga and then, like, so there's a massive chunk in the manga because the thing is with Attack on Titan, it's unlike One Piece where it's only 20 pages. Each chapter is like 50 pages, which is fair due to the artist for putting out a proper, lump sum of it. But the problem is when you haven't read it for a while, then you're reading 6 like 50-page things. And it's all just fucking politics, and you're like, this is can't do it. Now Double Decker, I will watch again, or well, unless I find something else I like more. Let's put it that way, because there were a few other shows I wanted to watch, and I was thinking of doing something on, but there was only one episode, and I think because everything like that will end in, you've watched one episode of it. What do you think? I'd have to watch more to sort of get where they're going, because it's very hard in 20 minutes to establish characters, storyline, and where we're going with it, which they do actually do quite well in the first episode of, Double Decker. It is detectives hunting people who are taking this drug that when they overdrive hideously turns them into some form of mutation, and that's about it. And DBZ sucks.